Read all the stories about BYU sports no one else has heard. Go to KSLSports.com for exclusive columns by BYU insider Mitch Harper. That's KSLSports.com.
It's 1st and 12 here on this Sunday morning. Hope all of you are having a fantastic weekend. It was a wild week in the Big 12 Conference, Week 5 in the books. Mitch Harper, Alex Kirry with you, and Utah grabbed some significant headlines nationally with that upset loss to the Arizona Wildcats. This was head coach Kyle Whittingham after the loss inside Rice X.
Okay, not a great night for the Utes. Several areas of concern, reasons for the loss. Number one, excellent job by their quarterback and the receiver. Number 4, terrific players. Those two guys are really good players. Quarterback made some plays, and compliment them. They did a nice job. As far as us, we didn't run the ball nearly well enough. Less than 3 yards to carry. Left points out there. We were horrible in the red zone. Awful. And until we get that fixed, we're going to continue to have problems. Couldn't convert a 4th down. 0 for 4 on 4th downs. So that really was the reason for the outcome. Their offensive kids' ability to make plays. Us not running the football well enough. Leaving points on the field. We should have 21 points in the first half, and we just squandered those opportunities. And like I said, couldn't convert a 4th down. Well, last week we were very good at 4th down, but this week not so much. Micah Bernard gave us another big night, nearly 100 yards. Runs hard, competitive kid. Dorian Singer he was outstanding. Defense, just so for us. Statistically, it was almost dead even. 358 to 364, so not a lot of disparity there, not a lot of disparity in the first downs. But we did not score points when they were there to be scored. So that's the name of the game. You got to score points to win, and we just didn't do it. 10 points will win you probably 0 games in this day and age of football, and so we got to get better. Questions?
What specifically are you seeing in the red zone that just isn't clicking?
Just we're looking at everything, but starts with me. You got to have a better red zone package, and you got to be. The buck stops right here, and so if we don't have a good enough arsenal of plays, enough creativity down there, then that's something we got to look at. Execution. I'm not going to blame the players though, but sometimes it goes down to being a little off with your timing or just a little bit off with your execution. But we will work long and hard on it, I can guarantee that, in this bye week. And so that's the number one objective right now is red zone production for us as a team.
Arizona had a couple of different points on one of their scoring drives where they converted on 3rd and long, like 3rd and 11.
Yep, quarterback made plays. Yep, he's a heck of a player.
Was that the main issue, or do you feel like there was defensive breakdowns there as well?
Well, I'll have to watch the tape, but number 4 was that guy will be playing a long time. I can tell you that. He's a terrific player. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got quickness, he's got great hands, he's tough. And he was responsible for some of those conversions. Tight end made a couple nice plays, the tight end group. And the quarterback, that kid gets the ball out so quick, he's difficult to sack. I don't know if we sacked him one time tonight. But he's terrific. Can't say enough good things about his play and the competitor that he is.
Isaac threw for 280, but only completed 50%.
Yeah, we got to be more efficient there. A couple picks. Actually threw for almost 100 yards more than they did, but theirs were more timely. And again, we left things on the field in the red zone. You can't do that. You just can't do it. I can't say it enough times. And that was the biggest issue that we had, and it's shown up a few times this season now.
Kyle, you walked into this game saying that if you guys didn't fix the red zone issues that you had in Oklahoma State, that it was going to catch up with you.
And we didn't fix it, and it caught up with us.
Right.
Exactly.
Did you see any of the same things that went on against Oklahoma State happen in this game?
I'll have to really look at the tape. I mean, I don't want me as a cop out, but I'll have better answers for you on Monday. But we just we just stalled. We get down to the red zone and we just stalled, and that's can't happen. I mean, if we want to win, it can't happen.
How close was Cam to playing?
Really close, really close. So if there is a silver lining here, we got a week off, and hopefully he's ready to go by then.
Did Arizona do anything different on Singer in the second half?
No, I mean they'd cheat the safety to him, but nothing. You know, they put number one on him. They shadowed him with a big corner for quite a bit of the game, and just like we did with Zamaya on their number 4, they had more success doing that than we did. But nothing radical. You know, nothing radical. He had 18 targets and 9 catches, I believe, on 18 targets. So they did a pretty good job covering him.
What do you attribute to maybe some of these missed tackles or arm tackle type stuff?
Yeah, that was discouraging. The defense or tackling has been one of our strong suits for years, and this is back-to-back weeks now. I don't have a tally, but my guess is we're right around 15 or more, just like we had last week, missed tackles. And so just got to do a better job of coming to balance, wrapping up. I mean, we blitzed him several times where we had him dead to rights, unblocked blitzers, but couldn't, he just sidestepped us. We got to do a better job of coming under control.
You could see the frustration, disappointment on the players' faces.
Yeah,
when they're out here.
should hurt.
But
yeah.
it doesn't take away from the ultimate goal. Everyone's probably going to lose a game in this league. How do you refocus?
That's exactly what I told him after the game. I said I'd be amazed if if you have one loss if you're not in the championship game. In fact, I told him I guarantee it, and so that's something that all is not lost. I don't want to paint the picture that it's that the season is over, because we got a good football team. We got a really good football team, and we just got to figure out some situational football, like I've said, and have everybody recommit and rededicate themselves and finish the second half of the season strong.
We were listening to this earlier, Mitch, and I think you said it too. You go, that sounds like a pretty dejected coach right there. I think it's a worn out. I mean, right after those games, it's just it's a lot of energy just expended, in a very, very loud stadium. It's just a lot. You win those games, you're buoyed up by that adrenaline. When you lose those games, it's just an absolute drag, and that's what it felt like. The whole second half felt like an absolute drag, and I don't know. It happens because it's college football and it's big time football. But Isaac Wilson got the boo birds in the second half, Mitch. And maybe they're booing some of the play calls, or I don't know what. But for the freshman to come in there and have to, have a game like that, Arizona showed up. They were the more physical team. They were absolutely ready for this matchup. And even when their backs are lit, I mean, even when they were, kind of. They had was it 1 or 2 missed field goals that they had, because their kicker, who has an insane leg, he missed 2 field goals, and it could have been even worse of what it was. So I don't know what to think about this one, but yeah, Coach Whitt was dejected, and the whole team has got to be absolutely beside themselves, because that is not like them to lose those types of games. And but you want to see Cam Rising in those games. You want to see him. And the last time you saw somebody with a phenomenal game with the blackout, you think of that USC 43-42 win that he orchestrated there at that stadium, and it's a very different feeling last night.
And what hurts with this loss too, Alex, is that your at-large path to the playoff, because Utah's one of the few teams that you felt like they had at-large possibilities. Mm-hmm. Now you have to win out to get to Arlington, to where then Arlington becomes, okay,
gotta win.
If it's not necessarily a need, but you have to win out now to be in the at-large pool. If you don't win out, you have to win the Big 12 title, or else you're not going to the playoff. And for this team, the playoff felt like it's playoff or bust in a league that the schedule, the setup, it all seemed like it was made for Utah to make a run. So I think that's what makes it a little bit dejecting here for Utah. They'll bounce back, and they could get on a run quickly. But now your margin for error is evaporated.
We talked a little bit about that ASU game down in Tempe after this next bye week. I feel bad for Kenny Dillingham's guys, because I know that people are like, well, it's a much improved Arizona State team. Don't care. I don't even know what you're going to see at the quarterback spot. Even if Cam Rising's not back, I can't imagine Utah's not going to go in that game absolutely jacked up, and whatever the reverse is of a letdown, just a blow up, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're going to see for Utah, and that's what they need to be able to get that bounce back. All right, We'll take the break here. It's 1st and 12 on a Sunday. Thanks for being with us, Mitch Harper, Alex Kirry. Guess what we have next? It is our Big 12 power rankings. You don't want to miss it. Another weird week, and teams are all over the dang place. It's not our fault, Mitch. We just go through and make the picks, man. It's all these teams that are acting super sporadic. So we'll talk about that next. Stay right here, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone and KSL News Radio.